Dear Gee, Ursula, Chef, and Nick, my fiance and I have been together for 3 years, living together for 1. When we first met and I brought her over to my condo, she actually laughed at me and asked, "Is this really how you decorate your house?" I'll admit, it was a bit Bachelor pad-esque. A neon sign may or may not have said Budweiser that hung on the wall. That was the only thing, by the way. I had a local sports team logoed Barca lounger with a built-in mini fridge. My dining table was actually a poker table. Well, after moving in, all those things disappeared one by one. The full list of unacceptable bachelor pad decorations was long, and I'm sure my fiance could provide a full accounting of them in her head. But here's the problem. My fiance is going wild with home decor requests for our wedding registry, and she's frothing at the mouth to fully redecorate our condo so it looks like we're actual adults. I thought she already had. We have 9 pillows on our bed. There are 6 pillows on our couch. There are plants that somehow miraculously grow with only air hanging from the walls, and I don't recognize my own condo. She says that it is the duty of the wife to decorate the home, and I need to grow up and get rid of all my, quote, man things. Guys, what do you think? Should I have a say in decorating my own condo, or is that her purview and I should just live with it?
You know what? I'm going to let you start, Mike, because G's not here. He usually asks me to start. I'm going to let you start.
So I'm going to take an unpopular position here, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
For my gender. Deal with it. Give in. Let it go. Let it go. Do not fight this. You will lose, and you will lose dramatically. So just pack up your stuff, move it away, take it to Goodwill, do whatever you need to do, let them take over. That's the way I see it. I don't see my place long ago when a girlfriend moved in with me. My place improved dramatically on how it looked and the day-to-day. It was a lot nicer, stuff on the walls. I was the same sort of thing. Books piled everywhere, literally nothing on the walls, and I'd been there, I don't know, 9 years. Like,
you'll get to it.
I'll get to it at some point. The place looked better. It was more inviting. Like, everything about it improved, provided that this person has reasonably good taste. I'd say, like, that is one thing you don't have to worry about. And the fact is, a lot of the stuff you have sitting around is just sitting around anyway, and it's nothing wrong with purging that stuff.
Okay. So I'm going to take up for the guy's position.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right.
And I'm going to say there's a way to do what she did without, first of all, insulting him, looking around, going, like, basically, you have horrible taste. Look, the person, he was able to have a place by himself, presumably pay his rent on time, or
that's not what we're talking about. But
yeah, exactly. So I look at that as, hey, now that we're together, would you mind if I put some touches in here or I make some changes? Have that conversation instead of just imposing every which way, and let him feel like he's part of this whole thing. It's a relationship.
Perhaps. And I get you on that.
Perhaps it's a relationship.
Perhaps it's a there's territory for compromise. But I was just gonna jump in. I'm not sure that the scenario writers tone was actually the same as Chef's tone, which was extraordinarily dismissive of it as an idea. And if you read that in a different tone of voice, it would sound entirely different. It would almost sound grateful.
Sounds like he has his feelings hurt.
Yeah, can I give a real life experience? 2 times. So I've gone through this twice.
Right.
One when I moved in with Mark before we got married, and yes, I did, for a year. And he was already living with a roommate. So I was like the 3rd person moving in because I had to get out of my house.
Right.
Well, I didn't go in there, like, start changing, even though it was very much a bachelor's pad. I figured I'm the 3rd one joining in.
How long did you wait? Till the other roommate moved out, and then you took over.
Well, we got married a year later.
Right,
yeah. So I didn't have to wait that long.
And then how many decisions did he make after that?
But now I'm going to bring you to today. For 30 years later, we're almost celebrating 30 years. And we were redoing our house, as you all know.
Yeah.
And Mark has been great about letting me make all of the decisions when it comes. But I include him. I know you're.
And think how highly you speak of him now. Like, there are collateral benefits to this path. There are collateral benefits to this.
Yeah,
and you are a walking example of that collateral benefit.
But you know what I did? There were certain things, even though I thought, oh my gosh, this is not going to look the way I want it to in the laundry room. but Mark has a really strong opinion about the laundry room, and he gave me everything else. I give you that room.
Do not equate giving him the laundry room as giving him an actual say. You are making my point, not your point.
It's like saying,
exactly.
I'll give you the garage.
All right, so fair enough.
How about the mudroom?
Oh, no,
You
got
get
the garage too.
You get the
garage
underside of the car to paint, but you don't get anything else.
And when there was a point where I was not sure about something, I
I told him I was not sure about it. Then I told him how I would be sure about it.
It worked just perfectly.
Exactly.
Seriously?
Yes.
Reason
Mark,
you're together 30 years is in part that
get the
he understood
service
he needed to
quarters.
roll over on this one immediately.
30
That's
years
the
later,
plan.
he gets the laundry room.
He gets the laundry room.
Okay, Ursula, you're
How much decorating do you do in the laundry room?
you're
Does he have
making
to
my
also do the
point.
laundry
It was shelves or cabinets,
Oh,
and he put
that's
the
his
shelves,
decision.
which is not what I would have picked.
And
You
so
gave him the same thing that I give my kids, a false choice.
All the way
Would you
through-
prefer wainscoting or this other thing? I don't want anything.
He was happy for it.
all the
He's
way
happy
through
with
the
all
rest
choices.
of the marriage. Now she's going to say, wait a minute, I gave you the laundry room. that's where your decision-making capacity is going to
You
rest
do not have a
forever.
say in whether we paint the walls heliotrope,
Exactly.
lavender, or mauve. And yes, there is a difference between all three of those esoteric shades of purple.
She's just going to say, tell it to the laundry room, pal.
Exactly. Talk to the laundry room.
Mike, I concur with you 1,000%.
Roll over.
1,000%. If
Roll
she paints
over.
the walls purple, that's fine.
Exactly.
Even though there's
Doesn't
no
matter.
reason one
I
should ever have
disagree.
pillows on a
Not-
couch. Go ahead and have all the pillows you want.
Not the fight. This clearly this was not it was a question written by a 20-something-year-old because once you get a little bit older, you realize like this is not the fight you want to have.
Nobody's
Not at
stopping
all.
you from organizing your side of the closet. I'm sorry, your 1/3 of the closet, however you like, or organizing your drawers however you like.
So
significant
I
other.
do have an exception. So the exception would be this. One, no motivational posters whatsoever. Nothing that you would ever see at work. If someone wants to do that, break up. Don't even have a discussion about like no motivational posters.
Live,
Second thing,
laugh,
like
love
none
on
of
that,
that.
please.
That can't exist in a household. Should never exist in a household.
Well, to me, it seems like there's a bit of a selfish attitude with this guy in this man cave of his. Last I checked, this was a house they're sharing in the relationship from top to bottom when it comes to financing, maintenance, and on this topic, decorating. This isn't your high school bedroom anymore, pal. I hate to break it to you. I think it's time you take down the beer signs, the neon lights, and gently and kindly pass some of these duties on to the significant other. Keep it to the basement where he can decorate and decide if he wants to flush the toilet or not, too. It's a win-win for the guy, I'm telling you.
Yeah, at least, and then that's actually the basement, which is more than Ursula provided. She just said laundry room.
Wait.
Did he get
I
to pick
failed
the
to say-
appliances in the laundry room or no?
Appliances, he gave the final okay. No, nothing happens.
Okay, the laundry
Nothing happens. I make sure he's part of the equation.
Do you ever catch him just standing in there looking around with pride?
Yes.
If you give Mark the same room that you lock Scooter in when company comes over, it doesn't count.
Scooter in a
Exactly.
room.
Oh, you banish him. That's right.
Yes, he goes to doggy daycare.
Mark understands.
Oh,
Mark
absolutely. He's the
understands.
best husband ever.